Hi everyone, back with more Genshin. Gonna continue on with the where we sneak the Reefs event. Sorry, my just blanked out. Alright. But before I do that, let me just
Water
run
comes in
and
many.
do some daily.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
Defensive mode engaged.
You're my target! Off to the breeze!
Ah, what the hell. Well, that was fun, but no. Damn, I think the controls a lot as well.
Bow your head.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Silence.
Hang on, what's this? At least I'm on state right there. I Did I? Oh, no. Yeah, wait, I didn't get. I don't have enough for your holder. Hang on. Oh, I do not. Heck. Alright, I guess I'm going crazy right in your holder's mess now.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Defensive mode engaged.
A little amuse.
Justice is blindsided.
I'm flying! You can't get me up here.
Settle down.
Installation check.
A burst of flavor! I guess this'll do.
sanctified.
King and Queen should present a united front.
Silence!
Insulation chamber.
A little move boost.
Oh, I didn't realize I never grinded for your oldest mass.
Ugh, it had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
This one doesn't seem like Alice.
The symphony of cannon fire!
Blast is quite enough.
Defensive mode engaged.
Adaptive pro-
Cleanup sequence in.
Up to the
It is time to slay our foes with one almighty
This calls for some pomp and ceremony.
smash and grab.
Good lord. Keeping your lines.
Defensive mode engaged.
Where were we? Silence! Let the mighty be humbled! My power is immense!
Just don't get stuck in the barrel.
Bow your head.
Insulation chamber.
A little move.
Be sanctified.
You're my target.
Let us dance, my dearest!
Try to remember the steps this time.
Settle down.
Oh, come on, really?
And now,
Gotta go
a
back to
towering return to form!
Adaptive pro-
Defensive mode engaged.
I never leave empty.
Bow your head. Oh no! Sorry, my dear. The curtain call has arrived.
Cleanup sequence in.
Up to the freezer.
Okay, yeah, Yahuda's talent. The hell is this thing? Oh, I think I know which boss this is. Now I hope this team works. Because I honestly cannot remember.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Insulation chamber. Cleanup sequence
Oh,
in.
this thing works.
Adaptive pro-
Sweet. Actually, I need 44. 41 more at this point, so that's 2 more weeks, I think. That's gotta be fun. I didn't realize she was a tinkerer as well. That's cool. Can I kill them with friendships? I forgot to clean your holders boss rewards my friendships. My friendship is let me at 6, okay.
Use the force authorized.
From being wrong character.
Full throttle!
I mean, I guess we'll always have this.
We got ourselves a
Silence.
straggler.
Be sanctified.
Defensive mode engaged. I'm
Use the force authorized.
Meow, I shot one.
Send out. Send.
Ooh, why do I have it now? Okay, I'll complete it tonight if I can remember. Okay, let's do that now, I guess. How nice I have to be order on my team as well. Very appropriate.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for
wait, should we
completing
finish it?
today's
Shoot.
commission.
Oh well.
Hey, what was that for?
Just shut up and move along. This spot is mine now.
It's the lady in charge. We were just setting up our booth and he's trying to take it from us.
A troublemaker, huh? The expo announcement spells it out clear as day. All forms of violence are strictly prohibited. Read it and weep, Buster.
She's scary.
I've been wanting to talk tough like that for ages. Should be enough to scare off a punk like him, no problem.
It's not like I wanted to hit anyone. It's just not fair.
What's that supposed to mean?
We all know the black market stuff is in the highest demand here. So how did these dwarfs get a spot selling these stupid toys? I did some digging, and guess what? Turns out these brats have connections in the Voynich Guild. Obviously, someone pulled a few strings to get them here. But me, I miss one stupid deadline, and that's when the rules start to matter? Give me a break.
Hey, we earned our place, fair and square.
As if.
So, you're slinging out the easy targets, huh? That might work for you on the outside, but not here and not under my watch. These kids earned the right to be here, same as everyone else. Don't believe me? Take it up with the guild. We'll see who comes out on top.
Just you wait.
Who the heck was that? Just some punk looking for a fight. But I scared him off without even lifting a finger. I'm still shaking. That was close. Almost had to pull the never guard.
Well, he's lucky he decided to run off, or we'd have helped teach him a lesson. Thanks a million, miss.
All in a day's work. Anyway, knew I remembered you guys. Your guardian works for the guild, right? Was it again?
Auntie, are you all right?
I'm fine. Just got a little scrape when he pushed me.
I got caught up with something. I should have been here. I'm sorry.
All right, Ashvapati, the one man in the guild who wouldn't know profit if it hit him in the face. You get a spot in the most lucrative market in the world, and you're letting the kids use it to sell toys. And no one else would even entertain that idea.
Well, the purpose of the expo is free trade, right? There's no rule that participants have to sell weapons.
No, but most people know what's gonna make real dough. Unlike a certain someone.
Ati, Neb, Rhea, head back to the booth. If anything else comes up, you call for me, okay? Don't be reckless.
Okay, got it.
The technology used to make these toys perhaps can also be used to make weapons.
Yeah.
You two know your stuff.
Wait, what? Then why not make them look the part? They'll sell tons better that way.
If you were to leave your kids a gift, would you choose a toy or a weapon?
Well...
In any case, I'm not looking to make it big. I applied for the expo because the kids thought it would be fun. All I care about is them having a good time.
Fair enough. You're still gonna be busy with guild business though, right? Just a heads up. This might not be the safest place to leave the kids unattended.
I understand. A lot of children suffer because their parents are too consumed with work. It's unavoidable sometimes. But I want them to have better.
You know what? Don't even sweat it. I'll look out for them.
Aww,
What the heck are you doing?
Really? That would be amazing. What do you say to Miss Yehoda, you three?
Thank you, Miss Yehoda. My pleasure. Just have them come find me if anything comes up.
Got it. I should get going then.
Wow. Way to step up, Yehoda.
I'm just looking out for some kids. How hard could it be? Then again, I bet I'll be swamped with disputes to settle once this thing gets rolling for real.
Relax, we'll help you out. Oh, also, we registered the last 3 participants. So, the expo can start now, right?
Wow, already? In that case, let me go get things ready for the grand opening. Talk to you later.
She really does have a lot on her shoulders.
Does it sound background? Yeah, we should help out as much as we can.
Attention everyone! Participant registration is now complete. On behalf of the Voynich Guild, I am pleased to announce that the Non-Cry Trade Expo is open for business.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Whoa! There are so many people here now that the expo's officially underway.
Missy Dory.
Should we take a look around? Or maybe check in on our friends first?
Hi Dory, I see you tiny is not usual. Are you voiced?
Uh-oh.
She is!
Songima Bay! Oh, I wonder what we're in for this time. Well, hello! Is that the Traveler and our dearest Miss Expo member Yahoda? You're in luck. I'm offering a whole host of Expo exclusive discounts. Don't miss out.
Paimon's not remotely surprised to see Dory here. This event's practically made for her.
Yeah, she attends religiously every year. And she's always the seller who we get the highest number of complaints about. Complaints? Every single mora I make from this expo is 100% legitimate. I've never broken the rules, and my prices are entirely fair. If people regret their purchases and want to grumble about it behind my back, that's not my problem.
Paimon can hazard a guess as to why people might be complaining.
I know. And every dispute ends in your favor after you've peppered the buyer with 1,000,001 reasons why you're not in the wrong. It's just... Could you maybe not find a way to send every single one of your customers complaining to me this time? I'm begging you, Lord Songemabe, for me, please.
That's why you came with me to see Dory?
How about this? A special opening sale just for Miss Yahoda. 50% off! In other words, I'll do my very best to keep the number of complaints down to no more than half of my customers. Sound good?
Jeez, what a bargain.
Works for me, I guess.
Oh, hello, Sloane. Welcome. I just happen to have amassed a collection of valuable, interesting, and highly useful items for your perusal. Just for you, an exclusive discount, 50% off everything. For a second, I was wondering why Lingling was like the same height as Dory, and I realized, oh, she's standing on a platform.
Have you been to the Clink Clank Krumkake Craft Shop's booth yet? They're selling blueprints for a machine. With everything Uncle's taught me, I bet I could build one of those thwack and smack defense bots. We should buy a blueprint.
Sounds like a waste of money to me. We should be spending our expo earnings on more important stuff like clothes.
His voice sounds way too mature.
But Uncle said the
compared
most
to that
important
kid.
thing is that we have fun.
Guys, please don't fight.
I hate to break it to you, but I'm afraid no one really comes to this expo looking to buy toys. If you make any more here, it won't be nearly enough to buy yourselves a blueprint. I doubt it'll even cover your new clothes.
Oh, hi Yehoda. Hi Traveler.
I I came here to make sure you kids stay safe. So listen carefully. If you want to look around the expo, that's fine. But you need to be extremely careful when talking to any strangers. Okay? A lot of crazy people show up to this expo, both sellers and buyers. You don't know what they might be capable of. So if anything happens, don't try to deal with it yourselves. Call for me right away. You got that?
Yehoda's really serious about looking out for these kids.
Well, it's kinda my job. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. Oh, just take a look around. This booth is the only one being run by a bunch of kids. If there's anyone out there aiming to cause trouble, you can bet they'll start with the weakest target.
Okay. Can I talk to you again? Yep. I wish I could make an awesome mechanism. I really learned so much from my uncle, but it's true what they say, you can't do a thing without Mora. Reality of life, kid. There's actually quite a lot of stores here. This lava. Oh, I can talk to everyone? Holy shit!
Wait, that's a familiar face. Isn't that Viswava?
I cannot remember who she is.
Isn't the traveler? Knew there
Are you the one that was
some
doing
big names
the
here.
weird
Let's
French
get
girl?
the official business over with first. Unfortunately, you're the first seller at the expo to receive a complaint. We've received word that the muskets you're selling are a few shots away from turning into scrap.
Well, yeah. It's written here plain as day.
Is this possible?
Muskets for sale. Condition extremely poor. The internal grooves have been worn away and the ammo might be damp. Best practice is to pray that it doesn't explode before each use.
Huh?
Wait, so you weren't speaking in code to cover your tracks?
Code?
Yeah, sometimes people bring stuff that needs to be kept on the down low, so they dress it up as junk beforehand. Happens on the black market all the time.
You're overthinking things here. This stuff really is junk. We were just gonna scrap them, but my superiors thought we might as well try and make some more off of them. And who knows? If the prayers are answered and the gun ends up firing a few times, the buyer hasn't totally wasted their money, have they?
Guess not.
I mean, a weapon on the brink of ruin that's still capable of considerable firepower. Doesn't that just scream black market to you?
Yeah, but who would buy something like this?
Maybe collectors who don't care if it works, and desperados who don't care if it explodes.
Fair enough.
Please do remember to take appropriate precautions and put on protective gear before using these in the field. Oh, you mean, I didn't know you were interested in vintage muskets. You're free to browse, but some of your abilities really does deserve a newer, higher-end custom model, along with dedicated gunsmith to keep it in tip-top condition. Yeah, I saw the not the SNES Naya teaser trailer. Traveler gets a gun. I am still lowering my brains out at that. Leiden! Holy, did not expect to see you outside of your like annual event.
It's our old pal, Lieben.
Your Lieben. That's how you pronounce his name? Lieben? Really? Okay.
Oh, it's you two. Been a while, hasn't it?
That it has.
Wait, you know this guy too? Okay, I'm slowly starting to get why Boss Neff asked you to help me out.
Ah, you must be the expo manager. Was there something you needed from me?
Nope, just checking in. You're just selling a few ordinary items, is that right?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Okay. I mean, we've got people selling toys this year, so why not?
You seem confused. In the right environment, ordinary items don't have to fetch an ordinary price, you know? I'm sure I'll meet someone at this trade expo who recognizes their hidden value.
Cool. Well, you do you. I'm certainly not gonna stop you.
What about you, friend? Care to do some business?
I'll pass. Are you not in the box of Marvel's business anymore?
Well, to be honest, I spent most of the ones in my inventory to purchase this batch of goods. The ones you see here are just for decoration. But I'm confident that I can make a killing here, so I'll be sure to make another batch of Box of Marvels should the opportunity arise later.
Doing business this far to the north requires traveling a long way. That means acquiring a large quantity of goods in advance and transporting everything all in one go by the Beastal caravan. But what's likely to sell well? Bass Bender, that name does not sound familiar to me. That's probably going to be someone I know.
We don't forbid exhibitors from offering drink samples, but I need to make sure you understand what you're getting into. Any samples you offer are at your own risk. If anything goes wrong, like if a customer has a bad reaction to one of your products, the expo can't take any responsibility.
Rest assured, ma'am, what you see here is 100% pure Mondstadt vintage.
Huh.
Straight from the Dawn Winery's cellars, actually.
Interesting.
Really? Wow-wee! You don't often find Mondstadt wine this far away from home.
Ah, you're telling me. If you try to ship this stuff through the proper channels, all the taxes and tariffs would send the prices skyrocketing. But that's where my connections come in. With me, you get Mondstadt wine at Mondstadt prices.
Cool! What kind of connections?
Hey! You can't go around asking people questions like that!
These non-prime ingredients are fascinating. Their properties are nothing like anything from Mondstadt. I really must find a way to... Oh, a customer, is it? Welcome. Please feel free to browse. I've just got a few things I need to take care of here. But please be aware, I can't sell you any alcohol if you're underage. Not even here in Not Crime. Hello. Who's here? I don't know you. Lakaberry.
Welcome to the Treasure Hoarder booth.
Oh wait, is it this guy's from Fontaine?
The treasure hoarders have a booth?
Yep, every year. This is the largest legal black market in all of Tevat. The stuff they dig up is perfect for a place like this.
But can one person really represent their entire organization?
No way. Treasure Hoarder is just a catch-all title. Their internal structure is crazy complicated. The thing is, the members who'd apply to set up the exhibits used to give themselves ever more highfalutin titles. You know, to boost buyer confidence. Over time, it became an unwritten rule that each expo can only have one Treasure Hoarder booth. The different factions usually duke it out beforehand for the right to take part.
To be honest, I see myself as a member of the Fruity Order first, and a Treasure Hoarder second.
Fruity Order? That sounds familiar.
Of course it does. the Fruity Order is known far and wide for its heroic deeds.
The Fruity Order's a familiar name around here, at least. They've been winning the Treasure Hoarder Expo rights for a few years now. Although, this guy's a new face.
If I do manage to join the order, I wonder what nickname they'll give me. Savage, fierce, barbaric, they all sound cool to me. Oh, Natlan. This is since like the first Natlan booth because of the leyline bullshit.
This exhibitor's demands are ridiculous.
What's wrong?
This exhibitor is apparently selling some rare Natlanese artifacts. And he's making some extremely unrealistic demands about how he wants them stored. I know the contract says that we're responsible for storage, but I'm sorry. It's unreasonable to expect us to meet these requirements.
Unreasonable? These are rare and very fragile historical relics we're talking about. You can't just throw them into a warehouse, okay? They have to be handled with care.
You're from the Masters of the Night, aren't
you? Tumaini?
Yep, that's Tumaini, all right. So, what exactly do you need?
Well, I suppose I can use the assigned warehouse if I really have to. Just don't tell Granny Eatsley about this, please.
Nice negotiating with you.
Whatever Tumaini means, it seems like it carries even more weight than name-dropping Boss Neff.
Lol. I mean... Yeah, just local custom bullshit. Is this a tragedy or a stroke of luck? I guess I have no choice but to keep looking over my shoulder. What's happening here?
It's her! The boss of the Spina di Rosula!
Oh yeah, she's scared of Navia and Beidou.
Huh? Uh-oh, things are about to kick off.
What are you worried about, Yehuda?
Shh! Don't you see him over there? Parasol Lady's the head honcho of the Fontanian underworld. Rumor is she pulled the crumbling organization back together and avenged her father with her own hands. Oh, we don't want to get on her bad side. An eye patch over there is a merc captain from Liyue. She has a fleet of her own that sails the seas. Most people know to steer clear. I was worried this expo might not be big enough for the two of them, if you catch my drift. So I kept their booths far apart. Looks like they wound up meeting in the end, though. You don't think they're butting heads already, do you? What am I gonna do?
Let me handle this.
Hey guys! What's up?
Oh, hey there, partner in Paimon.
Partner? Can't go far in my line of work without hearing about the president of the Spina di Rosula or the champion duelists of the court of Fontaine. Thought I'd make some friends since the opportunity's presenting itself. Plus, now that the traveler's arrived, I wonder if these ladies might just agree to coming aboard for a drink.
What's the traveler got to do with that?
You're too kind, Miss Beidou.
So, the thing is, over there is a friend of ours. She's managing the expo, and seeing as you're all big shots where you come from, she was worried you might, butt heads.
Is that so? Well, I think you can put her at ease.
Yeah, and if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
Well, there you have it. Nothing to worry about.
These people are your friends. I
is that even possible?
They don't call me the Traveler for nothing. The crux and the spina deal sooner completed. Okay. Alright, so they don't have any dialogue.
Wonder how Beto, Navia, and Inefa's goods are selling. Let's go check.
Excuse me. According to the expo announcement, you are in charge of mediating disputes between participants, correct?
Yeah, did something happen?
Just now, as Aino was about to return to the workshop, she got dragged into a conversation with some individuals who appear to have unofficial ties to the expo. My database does not have relevant information on how to address the situation, so I came to you for help.
Unofficial ties, huh? Sounds a little shady.
Let's go check it out.
Come with me.
Oh,
That uses Numa and
so that's why
Ducia
they're hanging
energies
out.
in battle. With that kind of tech, a bandit group could rob a caravan without even showing their faces.
And what about this thing? Remote guidance? Precision bombing at long distance? If a group of thugs got their hands on it, their enemies might as well surrender on the spot.
The Fontaine Research Institute made the right call going through the Spina di Rosula rather than selling it themselves.
The same is true for the Ministry of Civil Affairs, I'm sure. A merc captain who spends most of her time at sea is far less conspicuous.
Huh?
What about this girl? She seems to be trading in military-grade weapons as well.
The Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop does take on a lot of orders for dangerous creations. But I think in this case...
I'm overthinking it.
I think so.
Yelan? Chevrolet? What are you doing here?
Traveler. Paimon. How did you find this place?
Although this location is indeed rather secluded, Aino has equipped me with a special sensor module. With it, I was able to detect that you had pulled her aside for questioning.
The rumors are true then. She's quite the little engineer.
Can you tell me what this is about already?
Apologies, but it's a matter of utmost importance, so I had to be sure. After our conversation, however, I can confirm that Aino is not involved in this case.
Traveler, could you help us clear up this misunderstanding?
Never, why did you get Aino out of here? They are no danger to her.
Understood.
Based on our conversation just now, I'm guessing neither of us is the target the other is searching for.
I second that. And since our strategies were so similar, I'd wager we're after the same person.
When we talked earlier, it seemed like you both were hiding something.
Yeah, Paimon thought so too.
Well, I wasn't planning on dragging you into all this, but now that I appear to have gained an unexpected partner, I suppose I might as well explain. I trust you, Traveler, and Miss Chevra seems to do the same. With you here, I'm hoping we can avoid further misunderstandings.
Agreed.
Somehow we have never had any of our allies from different nations get into conflicts. It's always, oh yeah, we're all hunting the same people. I'm all ears.
Miss Chevras and I seem to be here in Nod Cry to reel in the same fish.
That's right. And the product we brought to trade is the bait. Of course, if I worked in the booth, it might tip people off. So that's where Navia comes in. I assume it's the same situation with Captain Beto?
Why does this keep
that mean your target is gonna be at the expo?
Yes, there's a good chance it's one of the buyers.
But, what about Nefer's golden rule?
Yeah, we're gonna need to take you to the curatorium.
What? No. I've done some digging into the head of the curatorium and where she stands. We can't let her know what we're doing.
Well...
I wouldn't be surprised if she got the Traveler involved because she anticipated this from the start. If the Traveler has someone to answer to, then we should go.
Fine.
Visit the curatorium of secrets.
You here? Turns out, we actually do need your help with something.
Ah, Miss Yelan from Liyue, and Miss Chevreuse from Fontaine. It's quite the honor. Forgive me for not greeting you sooner.
So you knew we were coming all along?
Anticipating your arrival is one thing. Getting you to come talk to me is another.
And that's why you put the Traveler in charge of participant coordination. You knew we trusted her enough to tell her the truth about our plans. And you also knew that, out of respect for your arrangement, the first thing she would do is bring us here.
How else could I have gotten us all to the negotiating table?
So this was the plan all along.
Forgive me for not cluing you in, Traveler. I had a feeling things could get complicated, so caution was vital. Rest assured, you will still be compensated as promised.
So, can someone explain what's going on here?
Yes, might as well get it out in the open, ladies. You two were going to exchange intel sooner or later, correct? No better time than the present.
Recently, the bandits at our border have become more aggressive. We don't know how, but they seem to have gotten their hands on some kind of weapon, which has made them a lot more dangerous. The caravan transports have been helpless against their attacks.
We're facing a similar situation in Fontaine. Conflicts between gangs have been escalating, with civilians getting caught in the crossfire. Our investigation indicates that someone has been supplying the gangs with some unusually powerful weaponry. Even with the Spina's help, we've been struggling to curb the fighting.
In which case, I think we can confirm that we're facing arms dealers operating on an international scale.
Yes, and their cover has been ironclad. There hasn't been so much as a trace leading back to them, until their most recent operation.
Let me guess. Someone leaked where the weapons are coming from. And it pointed right to the Nodcry Trade Expo.
Exactly.
I see. Well, weapons tend to be a hot commodity in a market with no restrictions. Say that the person you're searching for is in attendance. Does that mean you're prepared to ruin the expo to nab them?
I won't lie to you. Catching this person is my top priority.
How about this? In the spirit of being a good host, you give us a bit of leeway to do what's necessary. And in return, we won't do anything to undermine the expo.
All deals made at the expo are protected, including those that would be illegal elsewhere. It's the entire
Oh,
purpose of an
finally,
event like
conflict.
this.
I was just talking
The
about this.
Voynich Guild gets a cut from both the seller and the buyer, so we have a duty to uphold that principle. I can't just let a customer get scooped up by the authorities while everyone watches.
You said this was a negotiation, but you don't seem prepared to compromise.
Let's think about this. Maybe there's another way?
Only deals made through the expo are protected, correct?
Oh?
Theoretically speaking, were any deals to take place outside of the expo scope, I would have no right to interfere.
Then we can promise that the rules will be followed.
I want insurance, then. To hold you to your word, the Traveler must be part of all operations related to the investigation.
We have a deal.
Then you have my thanks in advance.
Looks like negotiations are a success!
It's the best outcome I could have asked for. I appreciate the help, Traveler.
Don't mention it. I didn't want that to be conflict between you guys anyway.
In that case, do me one more favor, would you? When this is all over, I want to hear the real story behind everything that goes down.
No problem. That's only part 1 and it took me an hour plus.
When this is all over, I want to hear the real story behind everything that goes down.
Looks like we'll be working together quite closely. The pleasure is all mine, of course.
This whole negotiation really feels like something out of a light novel.
I don't think this has ever been updated at all.
Well, it's been 2 days. Wonder how the investigation's going. Let's go check in with Yelan and Chevres.
Wow! Can this launch blaster thing really shoot stuff from that far away?
It does launch and blast things, but it's actually called a ballista. And yes, it can.
But how does it stay on target?
It uses a remote guidance system. But I'll let you in on a little secret. The upgraded version doesn't even need that.
Can I give it a try?
Oh, not a chance, kid. Can't have you hurting yourself. Believe me, this thing is even more powerful than it looks. Ask me again once you're older.
Hey, Beto! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two! I was just introducing our product to these discerning young customers.
Paimon thought you were here for some, fishing? Wait, are these 3?
What? No, of course not. The kids were just curious, that's all.
I'm sorry. Are these 3 preventing you from doing business? Let me get them out of your hair. Come on. Time to go.
Do we have to?
Don't sweat it. They were just curious. I'm happy to tell them more about it.
No, we've taken up enough of your time already. Neb, don't bother people when they're trying to work, okay?
Okay.
It was no bother, I swear. In fact, once the expo is over, come find me on my ship, and I'll let you see the ballista in action. How does that sound?
How much would it cost?
Not a single mora.
Really? It's a promise then, miss.
Your vessel. It's a battleship, isn't it? Are you sure you should be bringing children on board?
Why not? Whenever we're docked back in Liyue to pick up supplies, I always let the kids around the harbor come aboard to play, and boy, do they love it. If a kid from Liyue can do it, why not a kid from Sumeru? A battleship may as well be a giant playground to them.
Is that so? I've heard that people in Liyue also turn gunpowder into explosive firecrackers and give them to children as toys. Perhaps only the kids back in your home country are lucky enough to look at a giant battleship and see a playground.
If you're worried about safety, I can...
No, I suppose I'm just envious. That's all.
He's the main villain.
I'll be sure to bring them over if we get the chance.
Seems like he really cares about those kids, huh? Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, just wanted to ask how it's going with the top secret, fishing. Did you reel in the catch of the day yet?
They're circling the hook just fine. Just waiting for a bite.
Oh shit, Yoran.
Where did you come from?
Shh.
Well, that just proves my point. Something like this
The
will only
spy.
see more use in Fontaine.
Ah, except you never find something like this for sale there. Better jump on the chance now before it's too late.
Excuse me?
He's coming this way!
Steady now.
That's mighty expensive.
Well, no one's forcing you to buy it. If you're not interested, you're free to move along.
What? Come on. There's no rule saying we can't haggle.
The Voynich Guild gets a cut of whatever I sell. Obviously, that's factored into the price. Don't like it? Take it up with them.
Listen, I can tell this is something special. If you're willing to go a bit lower, I'm prepared to cut a huge deal.
I know it's something special, so I plan on getting paid what it's worth.
Perhaps there's a way we can both get what we want then.
What are you implying?
Well, Nod Cry's a big place. Surely this expo isn't the only place we can cut a deal.
Oh?
What would you say to working this out someplace else? Somewhere the
I love
guild
this game
can
is
get a
really
cut?
spy. What's up, hilarious.
That means no guild protection either. What will I do if you run off without paying?
Considering the giant sword you've got handy, if anyone's getting robbed, it'd be me, don't you think? Point is, we're both going out on a limb here. But the reward's worth the risk.
I don't want
Fine.
to go out for
Name
a
a
bit.
place.
I'm gonna have to let him.
As a registered participant, though, I'm too close to the guild. If we don't want them catching on, I'll need to send a proxy.
in bake.
Smart thinking. Let's meet here then.
Good. He took the bait. Let's go elsewhere to discuss our next move.
On the alcohol, okay.
Captain Beto's hook was what got him in the end, huh? Oh, I didn't get a chance to show off how convincing I can be.
This isn't tabletop troop, Navia. In real life, persuasion takes a lot more than a dice roll.
I brought a product tailor-made for Fontaine because I thought the group's activities were limited to that area. Turns out, we're dealing with an international crime ring. So I suppose it makes sense that Captain Beto's bait was more enticing. It's a good thing we teamed up.
We wouldn't have gotten far without your intel either. Gotta ask though, how did you know these guys would be so quick to abandon the expo?
I read their file. Nothing's off the table for them when profit's on the line. When it comes down to it, they'd see the protection the expo provides as just more red tape. Something to work around rather than with. Just like the law.
So, we meet up with this guy, catch him, and problem solved, right?
No. The person we're meeting is just an underling sent to scout the situation. We're after the leader of the whole ring. And after observing the situation over the past 2 days, it's clear they have undercover agents waiting in the wings. If something happens to our point of contact, those agents will scatter to spread word of what happened, and whoever is behind this whole thing will know we're onto them.
In that case...
We have to get the jump on them all at once, and use them to get intel on our real target before he has a chance to react.
Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, though. We have nowhere near enough personnel for that. If even one of the agents escapes, it's over.
Let me guess. You'd rather follow this deal through to the end to lure out the real culprit? Nice idea, in theory. The problem is, in my experience, that person would never show their face for something like this.
I can work around that. But only as long as the deal goes ahead.
So, you're planning to trail the person picking up the goods. I suppose that could lead us to the big fish, but that would mean we have to actually hand over the weapon. Aren't you worried about putting something that dangerous in the hands of criminals?
We can control how dangerous it is. But if we followed your plan, could we really guarantee that not a single agent would get away?
You're telling me you really have a way to mitigate the threat of that weapon?
You're telling me that you really have the wherewithal to carry out a large-scale search and seizure operation in Nodcry?
Are they having a fight?
They're both experts in this sort of thing. A lot of back and forth is to be expected.
Don't worry, I think they're getting along great.
A successful collaboration requires trust. And a willingness to make concessions. So how about this? I'll meet up with the underling as planned and stall him as long as possible. While I'm keeping him busy, you round up the rest of the agents. Sound like a plan?
Yes, I appreciate the trust. And I promise you, not a single one will get away.
See? Like 2 peas in a pod.
Traveler, you should come with me to meet the buyer. After all, we promised Nefer you would be involved in all our operations.
The Traveler is kind of a famous face around these parts, though.
Then, you can serve as backup. Remain hidden, and on the off chance he tries anything, it'll be 2 against 1.
Sounds good to me. He doesn't stand a chance against both of us.
Ha! Let's do this thing!
Who's the Style Officer in charge of surveys, warfare, and land attacks. Your service, that's quite the job title. It perfectly encapsulates what I do. Captain Beetle has entrusted me with 2 areas of responsibility. The first is surface warfare, which involves overseeing all of our operations against monsters and pirates on the open sea. The second is to control the improvised Guizhong ballista to fire specific ammunition according to the signals we send. By intercepting airborne targets, I'll select firewood trackers in different colors to assess the damage. And my job is to tell you where to shoot. Yes, once you transmit a signal from the battlefield, I'll fire the ballista from the deck. And the surveillance device you will be shining on the target is deployed from a separate round launched high above the battlefield. It requires time to prepare, and the window it can remain airborne isn't very long. Of course, right now this method is limited to single vessel combat. After all, the Crux isn't intended to face off against elite hordes of monsters in based operations. Apparently, for particularly demanding missions, the unit deploys another kind of surveillance device that's capable of remaining airborne for the entire day, allowing them to keep enemies suppressed with remote fire continuously. Not that I can imagine an enemy that will call for that level of firepower, neither is it something I can do to see. Oh, I forgot to talk to the people on the Owl Corps. This voyage has been a profitable one, I must say, and the work's been easy to boot. What are you mumbling about? Did I hear something about profit? Ah, the captain's esteemed guest. There'll be no harm in talking to you. I'm the ship's clerk. My job is to keep track of what we spend and what we earn. Once everything's tallied, I divvy up the profits and give each crew member their share on the captain's behalf. I took on an escort job for the Snow Cry voyage, seeing as we were sailing here anyway. They brought in enough to cover our previous expenses. Plus, we loaded hundreds of crates of goods before leaving. There are boxes of high-quality ores and textiles. We'll find someone to sell them for us when we dock to Not Cry. I wonder how much Captain Beetle will make. A steady stream of income is what the fleet needs to keep growing. If things go smoothly in Not Cry, we could find ourselves making more runs there in the future. Sitting the fact that we might see more Beetle in Not Cry. Ahoy there, and welcome to number 2, one of the Crux very finest. It's always a pleasure to play host to the captain's friends. Now make yourself at home. Mi barco er su barco and all that. Why do you call it number 2? Aha, well, technically speaking, she's the second ship of the Alcor class. There are actually many ships much older than her in this fleet. But to keep things simple and help with organization, the captain made a rule. All ships are numbered by their tonnage, biggest to smallest. And by that metric, this beauty is comfortably number 2. A lot of her boys have been begging to serve aboard her since she joined the fleet. But of course, with great honor comes great responsibility. Number 2 is slated to patrol the most dangerous waters where she's to keep the shipping lanes free from pirates and monsters. That's a different reason to what Dado told us.
Accelerating.
Alright, we still have enough canned, dried, and frozen provisions, but seeing as we are near the coast, we might as well try to get some more fresh food. Are you the ship's cook? Me? No. I look after the ship's stores and supplies. The cook's busy below deck. It's just too bad that all we have to hand is canned food and dried or frozen supplies. Otherwise, I have him whip you up with feast. That sounds rough. Well, it's not that bad. I heard that back in the day, sailors had to stick to a strict routine for their meals. Once you left port, eat the perishables first, and ration the rest day by day. Until all you had left were biscuits and bread so stale you might as well be bricks. Now that's rough. The preservation techniques we have these days are so much better. Our meals might not count as fine dining, but at least everything's reasonably fresh and nutritious. Switching out cryo potions and mist flowers is a breeze compared to cutting the rotten bits of perishable foods at any rate. You know, back then I didn't understand why the captain was always sending people ashore to ask about the latest tech or spending huge sums of more to have the latest contraptions hauled aboard. But now I get it. Totally get it. I'll never doubt her judgment again. It was the other option. How do you have the strength to sail the seas without proper meals? Well, it's not that bad. Okay, that's the same. Stone stew. Well, I'll be meat the flesh. Talk about my lucky day. I head out on deck to get some fresh air and run straight to you. Aren't you usually on deck anyway? Me? No, I'm the chief engineer. I'm in charge of the ship's propulsion system, which means I'm usually up down below. Does that mean you're always working the oars? That must be very physically demanding. Row? Ha 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 ha. Looks like our techs have done a fantastic job. It's not just outsiders who can't see how the ship works. Even folks like you are in the dark. The oars on the alcohol class ship serves a supplementary role. The main propulsion comes from mechanically powered paddles on the surface and the propellers beneath the water surface. If you ever run into a fast-moving monster like a fish with enough speed to get out with it or make a getaway, in a situation like that, it takes the paddle wheels and propellers to give us the power we need. The oars on either side, which can be hooked up directly to the ship's propulsion device, are usually put to use in rough seas to provide torque, keep the hull steady, and make quick, sharp turns. For example, a good while back we ran into a beach. Even though the waves around it, we managed to keep the outboard upright by running the oars in an alternating path. Plus, when monsters get close and creep out of our blind spots, we can run the oars and weapons to keep them from reaching the waterline and coming up onto the deck. Like a flail, that never occurred to me before. But of course, we still get good use out of our sails, and the wind howls above the raging seas, harnessing their powers can really help us save resources. Okay, what else? Yep, one more. Seahawk. The nearby waters appear calm for now. No signs of monsters or pirate activity detected. Are you on the lookout? That's right, I'm the intelligence officer aboard the ship. It's my job to collate information from various sources to help better inform our operational decision making. Before we set sail, I've learned a fair bit about Mount Pride and it's left me worried about running into pirates. If that did happen, we'd probably have to sink them. Or what if some dirty miscreant crept onto our ships under the cover of darkness to go for our supplies? Or even worse, rob us at gunpoint. We're outfitted to be at sea long term, so we have to manage our resources carefully. After all, we don't have a big crew. With minor boarding actions, we'll probably get out of hand. In fact, we ran into a group of pirates a few months back, nighttime boarding specialists. It took quite a beating before we thankfully managed to drive them home. We've identified a whole host of dangerous elements to watch out for in Mount Pride, but for whatever reason, they all seem scared to mess with this event. I can only assume the measures put in place by the organizers are working. I wonder if Captain Beto has had the chance to talk to the person in charge about keeping up. Long-term partnerships are always a boon to have. But you're looking towards the map, but... Curatorial secret characters needs intelligence gathering abilities to obtain intel from certain non-prior residents. Under certain circumstances, obtaining intel can unlock special dialogue options. You can obtain up to 6 pieces of intel each. After obtaining intel, curatorial secret characters can hit the adventurous guild to trade it with gathering classified information. Classified information can be used to unlock new intel quests, which can in turn be completed to rewards and unlock new quests related to curatorial secret characters. I forgot about that! Shit! Okay, no, I'm doing this next time. I need to finish off this event first.
There he is!
Shh.
You really can't go lower?
Best I can do is shave off the amount the guild was going to take.
You're a tough nut to crack. How do you plan to deliver the goods?
Depends on what you need. You don't look like you're from around these parts. So I'm guessing you need sea transport?
Yes, but there are a lot of eyes on the port. It would be better to dismantle the product and transport the components in crates.
That might be tricky. If you're worried about getting caught, then let's bypass the port entirely. We can launch from a secluded shoreline and use our own boat for transport.
Sorry, but I'd still prefer to have it dismantled and stored in regular crates.
Ah, I'm guessing the port of arrival is where you resell the goods? You want it hidden in unassuming cargo crates, because you operate right out in the open. Most of the weapons have come in through Yilong Wharf or Lumidus Harbor, so that seems to check out.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Just connecting some dots. I think we're done here.
That's so cute.
Out of the way!
It's one of the undercover agents! He's making a break for it!
The captain of the special patrol will take it from here.
One just popped up. Looks like the one on the surface has been subdued. There are children around. I have to avoid bloodshed.
Trying to escape? Allow me to show you the way!
Oh.
Nope, not this way.
Had enough? Then turn around! Out of steam yet? 'Cause I can do this all day!
No, not the side.
My leg!
Is still attached. And if you want to keep it that way, I suggest you stay right where you are.
A special patrol uniform. You think bringing me in is enough? Do you even know how many of us there are? If even one gets a...
5 at the port, 10 on the outskirts of Nasha Town, 3 near the plaza. Factoring in you and the buyer, that makes 20. Save the best for last, right?
How did you...
Don't even think about it.
Oh.
Well done, everyone. We appreciate the assist. The boss sends her thanks.
It was an honor. Without the Spina's help back in the day, we never would have been able to make it in Nodcry. It was about time we returned the favor.
What? I needed to make you seem intimidating to get these local gangs on our side. We've been over this.
Yeah, I know. But hearing you call me boss will never not be hilarious. Wow! Navia is something else!
Well, that explains your confidence. I had no idea the Spina di Rosula could mobilize these kinds of numbers outside of Fontaine. This Navia has quite a few tricks up her sleeve.
No trade expo rules were broken either. Even if Nefer saw it all unfold herself, we still wouldn't need to explain a thing.
Except for the guild's broken signboard, I would imagine.
It was an unavoidable sacrifice.
At any rate, I suppose the next step is to get these birds to sing. Should be an easy job. The Maison Gardiennage has a reputation for highly effective interrogation tactics.
And if that doesn't work, I've heard that spies from Liyue have their ways of making people talk as well.
Yes, that means the operation was a success, right?
So far. Once we get someone to reveal who the mastermind behind all this is, that's when the real work begins.
I'm sure that person is in hiding somewhere far removed from the expo. But as far as our deal with the curatorium goes, I think that's a wrap.
Shouldn't we update Nefer then?
First, we need to figure out what we can learn from these agents. We'll be in touch once we have the information. Then we can head to the curatorium together.
Sounds good. Navia's help Yela and Chevroles spot the suspects.
Well, that went a lot smoother than expected. Not a single one got away.
The real story behind everything.
You're thinking about Nefer's final request, huh? Let's see. We have 2 expert detectives from separate nations teaming up to uncover an international crime ring. That's not a bad story. If you feel like it's missing something, maybe Yelan and Chevros will uncover something more interesting during their interrogation.
Excuse me? Are you the traveler? Yehoda needs you back at the expo venue as soon as possible.
Oh no! Did something happen?
I'm sorry, I don't know the details. All she said was that it's urgent.
Now let's get a move on!
Yeah, I know. I never noticed you were there.
If you want to drum up some business, all you gotta do is holler, and everyone on the first floor will be able to see you. Also, you have to come this way to get to the second floor, which pretty much guarantees that everyone attending the expo will notice you guys at some point. Not bad, huh? Thanks to the spot I saved you, you guys will be drowning in business before you know it.
Your point being?
Cross-referencing Yehoda's current facial expression against database. Confirmed. Analysis suggests that Yehoda hopes we will return the favor.
You bet I do. At least Robo-Girl gets it.
Okay, how do we do that?
Generating proposal. Complete. Yehoda, the next time you visit the workshop, I will reserve the seat closest to the hallway for you.
Huh?
This seat provides priority access to any dessert items delivered from the kitchen. It is also free from window glare and sits at optimal proximity to the teapot. By reserving this premium spot for you, I can guarantee you a most enjoyable dessert sampling experience.
Is this your idea of a fair trade?
Are you kidding me? That spot's usually reserved for me. I'd never let you take it if I didn't have my dessert budget to consider. What's going on? Yehoda looks upset.
All right, I'll level with you. Since I saved you such a great spot for your booth and all, could you possibly lend me some technical support? Please?
Technical support?
This year's expo is way bigger than ever before, which means there's definitely gonna be more shenanigans going down too. I know, surely you have some kind of contraption that can, like, scare everyone at the expo into compliance or something. As the manager, I need something I can fall back on in case the you-know-what hits the fan.
Let me think. If things escalated that far, shouldn't you just report it to Nefer instead of trying to deal with it yourself?
Well, yes, technically speaking. But if, for example, it was somehow kind of my fault to begin with, I'd probably be better off solving it myself on the DL.
Okay, what happened?
Remember those 3 kids? Well, that punk who was harassing them wasn't just some random nobody. He was just the one that got picked to stir things up. There's a whole bunch of people here who aren't happy with the booth situation. Now, obviously, they don't have the guts to pick a fight with the Voynich Guild directly, but apparently, they at least have the guts to harass 3 kids outside the confines of the expo. The problem is, I'm not really supposed to get involved with anything that isn't strictly to do with the expo, so the whole thing would kind of be hard to explain to Neff. Not that I regret what I did, but jeez, Yehoda, you sure know how to make life harder for yourself.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like we need to be smart about this.
I know Eugene can help Yehoda out.
Fine. Just this once, I guess I can lend you the Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch.
Agreed. This option meets Yehoda's requirement for an expo-wide intimidation strategy.
A Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch. What's that?
This little guy right here. I made it recently after getting myself into a really sticky situation. To activate the switch, you just need to give him 3 taps on the head. If you do that, there's pretty much nothing in Nodcry that you won't be able to handle.
Really? So what actually happens when you activate it?
You'll find out if it comes to it, but I'm only letting you use it once, so you better save it for when you really need it.
Okay, cool. I'll take your word for it.
Key.
Watch out, Yehoda!
Just keeping an eye on things. Looking out for any problems that might need me to step in. Hey, you 3! What are you doing here? There should be at least one of you manning the booth at all times.
Accessing booth operation logs. Analyzing. Neb left to try and buy a new blueprint. Ati soon followed to try and stop him. Finally, Rhea came to mediate between them.
I keep telling you, we don't have that much Mora to spare!
I just wanted to have a look. What's wrong with that?
Guys, seriously, stop fighting!
Here's the thing, Neb. Even if you could afford to buy a blueprint, I'm afraid I couldn't allow it. I know you like building stuff, but these designs aren't for toys like the kind you're used to. They're for weapons, which are very complicated to build and extremely dangerous.
That's a load of baloney, dumpster diver. My designs are toys too, actually.
Huh? You build a machine that can blast monsters into the sky, and in your mind, that's a toy?
I mean, at the end of the day, is there really that much difference between weapons and toys anyway?
Not where Knuckle Duckle's concerned. That's for sure.
Ugh, that's not the point. Anyway, you there with the brown hair, you want a blueprint?
Yeah! I want to make some thwack and smack defense bots too. I also have some design ideas of my own. And with your bots as the basis, maybe I'll be able to try them out for real.
I get it. Your head's so full of ideas you want to bring to life that you can hardly sleep at night. You try eating some snacks to take your mind off things, but it doesn't seem to help anymore.
Exactly! But what can I do? I'll never be able to afford one of your blueprints.
Well, you must have blueprints for the toys you've made too, right? Let's trade! One of your toys for one of mine.
Really? Thank you so much, ma'am! Is it ma'am, or...?
It's Boss. Boss of the Clink Clank Crunkake Craft Shop.
Thank you so much, boss of the Clink Clank Crunkake Craft Shop.
Huh. That was very thoughtful. Who are you, and what have you done with Aino?
What's that supposed to mean? I'm a boss, aren't I? A lot of people depend on me. Looking out for them is a big part of the job. Did that really just happen? For a moment there, Aino stopped being a little kid and acted like a full-on grown-up. A grown-up who's shorter than the kid she was looking out for, but still.
Previous records indicate that Aino has a 94% chance of adopting such behaviors when encountering a child in a similar situation to herself.
Is there a way to keep track of all the like anecdotes, tales of men? I guess that's it. Oh, so to unlock as the trade expo goes on, alright. Oh, Flint and Ilua. That's cool.
Oh, Flint and Ilua! Fancy seeing you here!
Ah, traveler. Paimon. How do you do?
Are you here to buy some stuff?
That's our secondary goal. To put it in Mr. Flintz's words, it's important for Lightkeepers to spend some time in the land of the living every once in a while.
That sounds like something he'd say, yeah. Are you interested in these muskets? Since we're friends, Paimon will let you in on some insider info. This officer here is basically selling scrap.
Oh, I'm well aware. The sign makes that quite clear.
True.
I'm interested in this particular piece because it brings to mind a picture I once saw. It featured several Ratniki and a Fatui officer who fought alongside them. The weapon that the latter used was identical to this one.
The Fatui teamed up with the Lightkeepers?
That's not unusual. I've heard similar stories from our older members. The owner of this musket must have been a hero who stood against the Wild Hunt as well. But why would you sell a hero's firearm?
That's just how the rules work on our end. Everyone agreed to it. Whether it's a no-name sergeant like me or a renowned hero. Our equipment is to be collected and redistributed once we're dust on the wind. The stuff that's usable is given to new recruits. And the scrap is sold for whatever price it can still fetch. That way, we can at least put it towards feeding the grunts, you know? Better than following them to the grave.
Huh.
A thought-provoking perspective.
I think I'm going to buy this musket, Mr. Flint's. Could you tell me a few more stories about it when you get the chance?
Of course.
Making the most of no-name sergeants. Ruthless Killer Lily. Have I met them? I cannot remember.
Ahem. So what's the situation in need of mediation?
This person's been glaring daggers at me from behind since she arrived. Hey you! I'm a member of the Fruity Order, you hear?
What a coincidence. So am I.
Wait, really? I first encountered the humor and intelligence of trendy Zaytun Peach in the New Tide anthology. Then I heard the legend of intrepid Valberry while I was in the Fortress of Meripede. The more I heard about your order, the more it drew me in. I've been searching for so long, but I was never able to find an actual member. So when I heard that the Nodcry Trade Expo was being held again, I applied under your name. And now, I finally get to meet you.
It's those idiots. Stirring up trouble again, huh?
So what I'm getting is that this guy's an imposter?
Our orders won the expo rights several years in a row, so we announced that we were backing out of the running this year to avoid conflict. Then, this guy had to come along. A few of the other groups were looking to duke it out, so imagine their anger when someone claiming to be one of ours snatched the expo rights again.
Well, no one's made any trouble for me. Wait, does that mean you've taken them all out already? Man, I knew it! The Fruity Order's as good as they say! Can I join?
We can't make trouble at the expo,
Voynich Guild rules. Once it's all over, meet me at the harbor in Nasha Town.
I see. All right, I'll be there.
He did.
Does he not realize what's going on here?
Also, considering our smooth collaborations thus far, a word of advice for the guild. This guy has only been able to keep his head in his booth because the Fruity Order took care of any rival factions. But if there's one thing the treasure hoarders have in spades, it's sore losers. Since our order has proven untouchable so far, they're sure to find easier targets to vent their frustration on.
Oh no, not
so
kid.
look after those kids.
Huh. So this guy has been responsible for more than one conflict so far.
Ooh, rocket Leiden.
What do you think?
Not bad. Tastes just like back in Mondstadt.
Varka? You're here for the expo too?
Oh hey, Traveler, Paimon. I was only planning to take a look around. Wasn't expecting this pleasant surprise. Out in this part of the world, even a homegrown Mondstadt apple is a rare treat.
Yes, and on that note, I should advise you that the prices are quite different from what you'll be used to back home.
Not a problem. It's a price worth paying for a taste of home. I'll take the whole batch and send someone to collect them later.
The whole batch? Huh. Looks like you've already made your money back, huh, Lieben? Oh, and Varka, since you're looking for a taste of home, have you tried the Mondstadt wine next door? Apparently, he uses special connections to keep the import costs down.
Yeah, I've tried it. It's pretty good, but not Mondstadt wine good. Besides, I wouldn't be able to buy any even if it was. We can't have the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius going around supporting smugglers, can we?
Oh, it's true. You're not gonna reprimand him though, are you?
Don't worry, I know it's Nefer's rules here. Not out to make life difficult for you. If you find yourself at a loose end, come visit our base sometime. I'm gonna get the Knights to make some cider out of these apples.
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, you're as generous as they say, Grandmaster.
Looks like you finally made some real profit.
Hey, don't make me sound so incompetent. Though I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to make my money back quite so quickly. Now I can start thinking seriously about my next venture.
Where do you plan to make your next fortune?
I'm planning on heading to Snezhnograd, actually. I
Oh.
hear they're running low on lots of supplies because of Project Stuja. That's a business opportunity if I've ever seen one. With any luck, maybe I'll have the pleasure of seeing you there.
Well, good luck out there. Hope you strike it rich.
Even giving us all yearly lore crumbs for the next region, even when he's not giving us rewards. That's nice. Hey, look! God, his model. His freaking
all
model.
this way to investigate me. Still, as a member of this expo, I'm protected by the Voynich Guild. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
I know. That's why I'll be taking this up with them directly.
It's been a while. What brings you here this time? Are you representing the Dawn Winery, or are you here as Owl?
Take your pick. Even Owl would take issue with people smuggling the winery's products.
I understand, but please be assured that I would never pit the rules of the Voynich Guild against the interests of the Dawn Winery. Our long-standing collaboration is far too valuable to me for that. No faction exists in Nodcry that can impose their will on everyone else. The rules we have now are a result of the tug-of-war between them all. In any case, I only allowed this gentleman to sell his so-called Dawn Winery vintage here because I'm confident that it poses no threat to our collaboration.
I see. So this isn't from our cellars at all. It's not even from Mondstadt. You... I'm guessing you learned a few of our winemaking techniques, then brewed your own liquor using local ingredients from Nodcry. Imitations like these are no threat to our business.
Oh, just you watch. One day, my wine will leave the Dawn Winery in the dust!
I'll grant that your wine is a perfectly palatable product. But the fact that you didn't dare to sell it without attaching our name to it speaks volumes. That alone tells me that I'll never need to worry about any serious competition from you.
Leaving so soon? Can't I persuade you to come to the Curatorium of Secrets for some tea with me and your two old friends?
Hey there! It sounded like you were discussing some pretty serious business, so Paimon didn't want to interrupt.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
That's a shame.
Next time you're back in Mondstadt, pay a visit to the Angel's Share. At least there, I can offer you a genuine Dawn Winery vintage.
Pursued by the Masters of the Night. Oh no, Sid Lally is here. He's screwed. And Chaska.
See, Lolly, I've been told that the merchants here are all protected by the organizers. I'm afraid confronting him myself will be more trouble than it's worth.
Or
Do
if you just
I have to do
emotional.
everything myself?
You just put very emotional notes.
Please, Granny Eatsley, have mercy!
Chaska! Say, Lolly! What are you...
It's a long story. Basically, a few members of the Flower Feather clan brought word from Nodcry that someone was selling Wyob fragments at this expo. Pretty serious stuff. So I brought Seat Lolly here to get to the bottom of it, and hopefully keep things under control.
Oh. Okay, well, as it turns out, we've been tasked with mediating any disputes like this.
Are you intending to try and stop me?
Please, Granny.
Look, I'm not trying to be difficult, but you don't need me to tell you that our Wyob are not for sale. Wait a second.
They're not even Wyob pieces.
This is just a shard of a Wyob pillar. And its power is long gone, so it no longer has any connection whatsoever to the Wyob. So, tell me, how much did they pay you to ship these out of Natlan?
About 800,000 more apiece.
What?
Apparently, people outside of Natlan don't know all that much about our culture. Some people take one look at those pillars and start bragging that they found a Wyob fragment. I didn't want to correct them, cause that way I could drum up the price.
Ugh, forget it. Since you asked me so nicely, I'll let him stay here until the expo's over. No point making a mountain out of a molehill.
Thank you, Granny.
Oh, thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, don't start thinking you're off the hook. Once this is over, you're going straight to Biram to face the music.
Oh.
He's very screwed. I guess nothing else is unlocked yet.
Boss Nev, when can
Oh, wait! I don't know which one got triggered.
Either I throw the guild under the bus, or I get on the bad side of a terrifying merc captain. Oh, could this get any worse?
Yehuda's expressions are amazing.
Get it together, Yehuda. Focus on the hot talk you're gonna treat yourself to after today is over. One thing at a time. All right, all right. You've got this.
Let's try not to get too worked up, all right?
Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. I swear.
They're from the kids' stalls, I just realized.
You're here. Please, you've got to help me, Traveler. A theft at the expo is gonna ruin the guild's reputation.
A theft? How did that happen?
You're asking me. The guild has people keeping watch over the storage area for this exact reason. And it just had to happen to one of the scariest people here.
Beto? Wait, that means...
Someone stole the ballistas?
The guild asked us to keep our goods stored on the designated shelves. I had a few prototypes that I was using for demonstration, which I had stored there. But when I came to check on things just now, I noticed that all of them had been stolen.
And each ballista is super dangerous! If they fall into the wrong hands...
Well, all the prototypes have a failsafe designed to prevent unauthorized use, so it could be worse. Still, we should get them back as soon as possible.
The guild will make sure of that. If you could just keep this between us for now, we would be super appreciative.
Do we have to tell her?
Honesty is the best policy. That's what he taught us.
I know, it's just...
Miss Yehuda...
What are you three doing here?
There's something you want to tell me, isn't there?
Well, Neb's been obsessed with the ballistas ever since we got here. That's why Uncle Ashpapati told us to come see your booth. It seemed like he was interested in them too, because he even told us what parameters to ask about. Ever since this morning, we haven't been able to reach him. We wanted to ask Miss Yehuda for help, but then we heard about the ballistas being stolen.
And?
I don't think Uncle Ashpapati would do something like that, but...
Ashvapati works for the guild. He has access to the storage warehouse, so he could get inside without the guards getting suspicious. Wait, so now it's an inside job? Oh, jeez! The guild is never gonna recover from this!
He made those toys the kids were selling, right? They don't look like much on the outside, but I bet they're hiding some serious tech. If he's a tech guy, those fail-safes I mentioned might not have our backs after all.
So, this just went from bad to worse. Oh, uh-oh.
The question is, was he acting alone or is he connected to the crime group?
Could be. I mean, let's put it this way. There aren't a whole lot of people that could manage to stay off Yelan's radar. Why don't you take these kids to the curatorium and see what you can learn? I've got things covered here.
Got it!
Hold up. We can't hold these kids responsible, though. Right?
No, of course not, but... Ugh, how do I explain this?
You want to look out for these kids, don't you?
I promised I would. Besides, they're innocent in all this.
Good, because I'm looking out for them too. That's why I want to find their uncle as soon as possible. No matter what he did or didn't do, it's worse for them if he's missing.
I guess we're on the same page then.
Take these kids to the curatorium. I'll update Yelan and tell her to meet you there.
Will do!
Okay, Alice and Nicole Dory. Yeah, that makes sense. They have connections.
Hey, it's Alice and Nicole!
Why, hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Are you looking to buy some stuff from Dory?
Oh, quite the opposite. I'm her supplier. Nicole came up with a delightful new pricing method recently, which I've asked dear Dory to try out. We're here today to see how it's all going.
What sort of pricing method is that?
Curious? Well, allow me to explain. Instead of an amount of mora, you collect courage, kindness, or happiness from the buyer. The key is to make people realize they don't have to be rich. With an excellence of character, even the treasures of the Hexen Circle are within your reach. Kinda like a Seelie guiding intrepid adventurers through various tribulations until they claim their prize. Such fun, wouldn't you say?
Not for me. We didn't sell much Hexen Circle gear this time at all. At this point, I'll have to whip out some Samara specialties just to break even.
Wait, you're actually losing money, Dory?
You're saying our gifts didn't reach that many people?
I'm saying we made diddly squat. Hate to break it to you, Miss Mage, but you don't have much of a heck for business.
It might not have made much, but this has been quite a fun little experiment. To make it up to you, all the revenue from our merchandise is yours to keep, Dory.
Oh, they don't call you a great mage for nothing, Miss Alice.
Are there any more? Oh, right here.
It's almost time for the expo to end. I'm asking for half a month's leave once we wrap this up.
Finally got time to relax, huh, Yehoda?
Yeah, thanks to you. Things are pretty calm right now. Should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Sorry, but I've got a problem over here.
Same here.
Someone made off with a batch of my goods using the goods first, pay later method. I thought the guild was the guarantor, but then I went to redeem my money and no dice.
The same thing happened to me. Goods first, pay later? That convenience is for exhibitors only. It works because their goods stored in the warehouse can be used as collateral.
The buyer did have guild supplied certification.
In that case, he's one of you. Pick him out of the crowd and we're good to go.
The person I talked to was a tall, thin young man, but I don't see him here.
The one who bought from me was on the chubbier side. And nope, no sign of him either. Wait, so it wasn't the same person?
Miss Yehoda, we need help! Ati went into town a while back, and we haven't heard from him.
What? Why would he do that?
He wanted to use the mora we got from our exhibit to buy everyone a little something in return for looking out for us. So he headed out alone.
Gods, this kid... Wait, did he have your certification from the guild with him?
Yeah, he's our older brother, so he's in charge of all that stuff.
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, let's not panic. What happened?
Remember those people who targeted Ati a while back? I'm worried they kidnapped him and are using his certification to scam goods off the other exhibitors.
Sorry. Oh, this isn't your fault.
Should we rescue Ati first? But Nodcry's huge! Where would we even start? We could go for the goods first, but we're dealing with a group. If they split up, it'll be impossible to nab them. Oh, come on, Yehoda, come on! You promised Boss Nephew to uphold the guild's reputation, and you promised the kids you'd protect them. This is all falling apart.
Looks like you're down to your last option, dumpster diver.
Oh, right! The Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch!
Clank Clank Crisis Control Switch activated.
Chekhov's
Awaiting
gun.
orders. Awaiting orders.
Oh no, is it summoning every robot? It's summoning every robot. Holy shit!
Activating the switch gives you temporary control over all the robots in Notcry. If you wanted, you could turn this whole place upside down. But it won't last long, so think about what you want to do first.
In that case, let's get the stolen goods back first.
All units, advance to rescue Ahti!
Miss Yehuda.
Orders received. Orders received. Orders received.
Ahti! You're all right!
Sorry. I made you all worry.
If anyone should be apologizing, it's those awful people who took you. You just wanted to repay everyone's kindness.
They stole my expo certificate. Did that cause trouble for anyone?
Let's just focus on one thing at a time.
Inventory complete. All goods have been retrieved.
See? Told ya. With the Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch, there's no problem in Notcry you can't handle. With so many bots around, we didn't have to choose between the rescue and getting the goods back. We were able to do both.
I know.
These kids call me boss, and as their boss, it's my job to protect them. No way I'm letting them get in trouble with the guild.
Thanks, boss.
I know who's a great person to have on your side, huh?
To be honest, I could hug you right now. But I think I'll have that vacation first. Oh, right! I owe you a hot dog, don't I?
You hold the funny catches a great something. For your holder. Wait, that was only in part 2.
Last time I tried.
Man, they keep teleporting me back to the curatorium and the expo. Little bit irritating, not lie. That was not the right button. You all exchange intel.
Well, this complicates things. Here I was hoping the trouble would start and end with you two. But no matter. This will all make for a very engaging story.
I wouldn't be so flippant. This time, it's one of yours causing trouble. I'm starting to wonder if all those agents we captured were just a distraction, so the real culprit could make their move.
It's all still up in the air right now. What can you three tell us about Ashvapati?
Uncle Ashvapati isn't our real uncle, but he is our guardian. He adopted us when we were little. He told us we all came from the same band of Eremites in the desert, but apparently, we're the only ones left. We've been traveling from place to place with him for as long as I can remember. We got to Notcry not too long ago.
Their eyes.
What about them?
I'm just reminded of something.
Oh, are these from the group that actually
About
killed?
a decade ago, there was a band of Eremites who, seemingly out of nowhere, gained technological capabilities far surpassing those of other groups. Leveraging that advantage, they built a number of highly advanced weapons and sold them to the highest bidder. The conflicts in the desert became even bloodier as a result. While the other groups were tearing each other to shreds, these newly minted arms traders stood by and reaped the spoils. But before long, their own weapons were turned against them.
Good.
And as the flames of conflict engulfed the desert, the group met their end. None of the weapons survived, and so in the wake of that destruction, the status quo of the desert was restored.
That's terrible.
In the desert, it's kill or be killed. People will stop at nothing to gain the upper hand. If this happened in Fontaine or Liyue, I'm sure the perpetrators would have been prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But in the desert, no one bats an eye. From what they've told us, sounds like these kids are orphans from that particular band of Eremites.
Which means their guardian is likely one of the few survivors as well.
So the survivors of that band of Eremites are back in the weapons business?
Sounds like it.
No! Uncle Ashfapati would never do something like that! No matter what happened back then, I know one thing for sure. Uncle Ashfapati hates weapons. Sure, he's good at building things, but all he does is make toys for us to play with. He can't be the kind of person you're making him out to be. Or...
I'm sorry. All we can do is act upon the facts.
So, what's our next move?
From our interrogations, we've learned that in 2 days, the person behind all this has a meeting planned to collect the goods. If all goes well, we can head to the pickup point and ambush them. But if Ashfapati is part of this and the leader learns what happened, there's no chance he risks himself for his agents. So, that meeting might as well be moot.
Then let's focus our efforts on Ashfapati for now. If we find him, he might just lead us to our culprit. If he stole the prototypes, there's bound to be a trail. I'm confident I can track him down. I just need some time.
What can I do to help?
I work best in the shadows. The more people involved, the harder it is to operate. As soon as I've got a location, though, he's all yours. You let me handle the search, and I'll let the special patrol handle the seizure.
That does sound like the most feasible plan. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Seizure?
Hey! Don't worry too much right now. The most important thing is that we find your uncle. The rest can wait.
Okay.
Looks like I'll need to enlist your services for a bit longer, Traveler.
As long as I get paid. Oh, is that the end of part 2 already? I don't think I'll start part 3 because I have to leave it. So I will run around and see if I can do some of the curatorium intel stuff. This map is a check. Real quick. Nope, this map does not have it. Does it? Good, I need to check off one map.
As usual.
Nope, not this one. There we go, rain. Oh, Archons, are there still any more strange fees I haven't paid yet? Are there? Come at me then, fiends. Sorry, I'm here to collect your right to exist tax. My right to exist tax? Wait a minute, surely this sounds a bit too much to ask for, right? Which means you're joking, right? Right?
You're not going anywhere.
Look, continue merchant here to the house. Rudolph was visited not Christ since he's received Dashly high.
You're my target.
Very proud. Reveal secrets and provide assistance if necessary. Cool. Someone else over. There we go.
You're not going anywhere.
Former mid-level leader of the Seahood Gang once recruited a holder into the gang. Currently working as a treasure hunter employed by the Voyage Guild, serves as a bodyguard for the plot. Supervisor, alright. How many did we 8 of them, right? Former Ratnik injured years ago fighting the Wall Panda this have on close terms with the Ratnik Sigurd seems to be unable to find any more. This doesn't seem entirely credible. Why the hell is there one like all the way out of freaking nowhere? Like here. Ugh. Irritating. Was it a fishing association goal? Yeah, I think it's a fishing association goal. Now I can drop by and see what others, whether there's anything else you can sell. Nope, alright. Fishing enthusiasts and local books, fishing, cardio.
Last time all she wanted was some foreign fishing rod. Why keep an eye on her?
Hold on.
Whatever.
Where did I leave off with the story
says
again?
do it. You do it, Yoda.
Once building a relic from the Atlas, but since it wasn't fishy, tossed it
Last
like this.
time all she wanted was some foreign fishing rod.
Wait, if your holder has unique dialogue sound, true. That means other people might have other unique dialogue. If I ever get that. That's a bit. I'm gonna have to uncheck all these and find them again then.
Smash and grab!
Merchant selling treasures
I
from the sea.
overheard Boss Neff ordering a few gems from him earlier. Oh, please, just do me a favor and get them to her in one piece. I really don't need another entry on my list of errands.
Merchant selling treasures from the sea, essentially implement reselling goods salvaged from shipwrecks. Prices are fair enough, but odds of finding truly valuables.
Do me a favor and get them to her in one piece. I really don't need another entry on my list of errands. Boss Neff said this guy is more or less in the same line of work as us. But aren't detectives supposed to just solve cases, not actually make arrests? Wait, is he something more than that then?
Detective as well as a writer of mystery novels, has solved several homicides through a number of thanks to his deductions. Once he has one of his muttered inspirations for committing crime was once put into practice by the Black Sturgeon gang that directed to the gang's annihilation.
Something more than that then? All done. Time to head back for some
Oh,
Asher time.
done already. Oops.
Add Ash.
Six of them. And it gives me quest. Okay, interesting. No, I'm not visiting the curatorium because it's gonna accidentally trigger it. Alright, so I'm end my stream here for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all later tonight, definitely for sure, because I need to finish off the event. So yeah, see you all next time. Bye.